Mad at First Sight Season 16, Episode 8 is tonight. Will you be watching? This is the preview of what's coming on, and I want to just chit-chat about it because people are dragging Dominique and Gina for not wanting to move in, okay? Personally, I don't got a problem with it. If it ain't gonna work out, let's just, cut our losses, save her time, and go on about our business and find her new man, okay? Good morning. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for my new cousins that have joined in the last couple of days. Remember, please subscribe, share this out, invite a friend or two to share. Thank you for those of you who have joined my membership. Yes, my membership is back on YouTube. I did have a few people that said they just wanted to support me on YouTube, and that's fine. Thank you. And of course, my Janice Hylton mentoring is where I'm doing my husband profile. Or if you want to have one-on-ones with me, that is where you would sign up. I absolutely love you. Thank you for those comments on that video. Those videos I did. Come on back. I'm going to talk about a little bit more about Mary, Tia, Ciara, and a few of the ladies, okay? So come on back after this. So here we see the couples. They came home. Oh, I wanted to show you my girl, Condoleezza. See my girl, my baby, Condoleezza. We had African American History Celebration last week, and of course, I dressed up like her. But you didn't see the pictures, right? They're on Facebook. I meant to share them with you. So the couples are back, and they're moving in, and Pastor Cal is meeting with the couples. And so this is a video of Gina saying, you know what? I really don't feel like moving in. Personally, I don't have a problem with that. Y'all know I've had my issues with Gina. But y'all also know I am a very fair reviewer. I try to be fair in my reviews, and I just don't see any problems with her not wanting to move in with him. Let me know what you think. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Wait.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah?
I just don't know how I'm feeling about like the whole moving in right away.
Why is that?
There's been nothing romantic.
So she's saying, I have to talk through it, girl. I don't know. Whatever I do, YouTube always come from my videos, except when I talk through it. Okay. She's a little bit nervous about moving in. And he's like, why is that? And she's saying that there's been absolutely nothing romantic. Okay. I don't got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Gina not being attracted to Clint. And I don't have a problem with Clint not being attracted. I knew Clint wasn't going to like her. Okay. I knew Clint was not going to be attracted to her, but I do appreciate Clint trying. I didn't think about would she be attracted. I think I did. I don't think Clint is the type of man for Gina. I think Gina want one of them big old hairy crusty men from the Bob, that starts with the M, rhymes with Bob. I don't think she likes this little scrawny ginger man. I just don't think that's it for her. But I knew Clint wasn't going to be attracted to her. Okay. Gina is, and I say it, and some of y'all get mad. I don't care. She is a middle-aged, overweight woman, and a man like Clint is not going to like that. For those of you who think middle age is 50, no, ma'am. Middle age is 35 to 40. Most people do not live to see 100. My grandmother, my godmother, oh my God, she's 90. She's 99 this year. She's saying she's 94, but no, she was born 1924. So she'll be 100 years tomorrow, 100 years old next year, okay? My father-in-law is 94 years old. He'll be 95 this year. And my coworker, her grandmother just passed yesterday. She was 94. So middle age is not 50 because most people do not live to see 100. Middle age is 35, 40. Most people live to see 70 and 80, okay? And that don't have nothing to do with what God said about in the Bible. I teach that another thing. So yes, Gina is a middle-aged, overweight woman, and a man like Clint would not be interested in her. Okay, and so now it's starting to make sense with the whole Dominique and Clint kiss. I haven't spoken about it yet because I wanted to watch a little bit more before I talk about it. But I knew Clint would not be interested in her. And I think I did mention that she wouldn't be interested in Clint. She want one of them big old hairy men from the Bob. That rhymes, that word that rhymes with Bob, that starts with the M. Okay. So I don't have any problem with her not being attracted to him and him not being attracted to her. I think attraction is a big thing. Y'all know I teach over here. Make sure you like him, girl. Make sure you love him. Make sure you're attracted to him. Make sure you think he looks good to you. He might not look good to anybody else, but he has to look good for you. You know, I love me a handsome man. I love me a good looking man. My husband is a very handsome man, and I absolutely love him. I find him extremely attractive, and I find him extremely sexy, and I love him. So because you're going to be spending the rest of your life with your mate, yeah, you want to be attracted to him, especially when you got to be doing all that freaky stuff, girl. Girl, you can't be doing that with nobody you don't like or find attractive. So I don't have any problems with Gina not wanting to move in. If it's not there, it's just not there.
Romantic, and that's like a huge part of being in a marriage.
Yes, that's a huge part of being in a marriage is attraction, a romance, you know, being romantically attractive to your partner.
Things like seriously missing.
Something is seriously missing. You're not attractive to him. You don't find him attractive. And the truth is, Clint don't find you attractive. But what I do appreciate about Clint is he's trying. Okay, I think I appreciate Clint being trying. And I think because of what happened with Clint, he is trying to straddle the fence and walk that fine line. But if Clint can be honest, he don't like her either.
I understand here that you didn't move in. That's not right.
So Pastor Cal said, I understand you didn't move in, and that's not right. Okay, that's not right. I guess they're supposed to move in, but if they don't want to, you can't force them, Pastor Cal.
The only time I encourage.
By the way, y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with Pastor Cal. He's Pastor Cal until he says something, he lie, or he says something fake out of the Bible. And then that's when I start calling him fake Pastor Cal. But every season I give him an opportunity, a fresh start. I start out calling him Pastor Cal until he says something, and I'm going to have to call him fake Pastor Cal. Okay?
I'm going to encourage couples to take time apart is if there's major hostility. This notion of
I like that. The only time he encouraged couples to take apart is when there's major hostility, and that is something our marriage counselor says. You know, if you're going at it and it gets so heated, somebody needs to leave. And he said it's better for the man to always leave because the woman and the kids, she needs to be safe and be at home, and he can leave and go find somewhere else to stay. So I do like that, and I agree with him about taking time apart.
Of hey, let's take some time away and figure it out. Well, who are you figuring it out with?
That's true. Who are you figuring it out with? Because you're supposed to be figuring it out with your partner. Very good.
No, I need to know: are we moving forward, or is this the day that we decide we're getting a divorce?
Oh, child, you got to decide, Gina. You're going to either move in or you're going to get a divorce. Okay?
Because if you continue to be separate, let's call it what it is. It's a step towards your demise.
I'm a little nervous.
He's right about it. And, you know, the couple, they're just not attractive to each other. I don't have a problem with that. I think they intentionally match people from the opposite end of the spectrum. Okay, so then we see the other previews that we saw in the end of last week, and that's what I want to spend some time talking about. We see the whole Dominique and McKinley situation. You know how I feel about it. I don't have a problem with him renting a room for 5 months. I think 5 months is a short period of time. I think I'll give him about a year to kind of figure out where he likes and what he likes to do. But I don't think 5 months is such a long time that he should have made up his mind. And I don't like the part where he said he didn't want to sign a lease, but I'm saying you're trying to sign a lifetime commitment, McKinley. You don't want to sign a lease for a year or 2 months or a year or two, but you want to sign a lifetime commitment to somebody. I don't understand, brother. Make it make sense to me. So in the other previews from last week, It ends with Dominique and Mac and his living situation. Again, I don't have a problem with the living situation. Here is my problem, though, McKinley. I think Dominique, I think you need to talk to him, talk to McKinley a little bit more and see where he is financially, right? So if he says, let's just be fair, okay? And I think Dominique is young, so she's emotional and she's not thinking analytically. And that's why it's important to have the older woman around to guide and to encourage and to show you different points. Let's say he's at the apartment, he's in the basement for 5 months, okay? Now, I ain't moving in nobody's basement with nobody, okay? And he's saying, well, I wanted to take time to figure it out to see where I'm going to live. Okay. Let's say, Dominique, maybe he is trying to figure it out, right? Maybe he is trying to figure it out. Maybe he has $20,000 to put down on the down payment on a house. See, if you're trying to figure it out, or you're trying to rent, Tennessee, I think Tennessee, a lot of people buy, right? Are you trying to buy? Now, if you talk about you ain't got too much money to be renting or buying, then I don't have a problem with that. So Dominique needs to figure out, okay, you're trying to figure out what you're going to do or where you want to live. Are you going to be buying? If he say, yes, I'm going to be buying, and I have $20,000 to put down, Dominique, I would try to work it out. And those people, they get inheritances and monies to put down on their house. They're not like the black folks, okay? Broke. and McKinley mama was already offering him $20,000, $50,000 not to get married. So is mama going to give you that $50,000 to put down on the down payment of a house, Dominique? So I think you need to gather a little bit more data on what's what, Dominique. I don't think you should just walk out. I think you should talk to him some more. How much money you got? Okay? If he ain't got but $2.50, Dominique, you need to run. But if he said, well, I got $20,000 to put down on a house, Dominique, I would try to work it out and see what he's saying, okay? So I wouldn't be in a haste. So then we see Nicole dog humping the couch, and she says, obviously, the dogs have seen Chris humping, and that basically tells her sex life is going to be good. We see Aris over at Jasmine's apartment, and he's putting on the crown on her, and he said, you look like someone in the Game of Thrones. I have to stop watching Game of Thrones because that boy was getting on my nerve. And in his voiceover, he said he asked for a black queen, and they actually gave him a black queen. We see Dom and Mac at their apartment, and he's asking, is that coming in here? And she says, no, I'm not feeling it right now. And in her voiceover, she said, I'm not moving in, and I'm going to go home and take a bath. And so I understand, Dominique, but I think you should get the information about the money. Okay? Ask him how much money you got. Okay. You've been trying to figure this out. You're thinking about where you're going to move. Okay, fine. How much money you got, McKinley? Well, he said, I ain't got nothing, then I would run to the hills. But if he have $20,000, I'm making the assumption $20,000 is good down payment down south, because my husband and I, we're looking for our dream house, and we spoke to a mortgage rep. We saw a house. We just wanted to see where we were at, and we talked to our mortgage rep, and we was glad. We was like, yes, we got $50,000 to put down. He laughed at us. I said, wait a minute. He said $50,000 ain't no money to put down on no house. Now, we've been in this house 10 years. What changed in 10 years? He was like, no, you're going to need at least $100,000 to put down on a house. Now, that's up here in the Northeast, and we know the real estate market has gone crazy. It is starting to come down. And so what we've decided is we are going to wait this out. We're going to be in this house another 2 years or so, because our plan was to stay in this house 10 years. This is a starter home. We wanted to find the dream home. So we're going to wait it out, because We haven't found anything we want, and it's just a bad time to buy. It's a seller's market. The good thing about us, we have a house to sell, and we've already doubled what this house is worth. Okay, we've already doubled and over. We've passed how much this house is worth. So when we sell our house, we're gonna get us a nice check, and we're almost done paying the mortgage. Glory! Woo! Shandio saya. Kedabandio say. Glory! Woo, child. Hallelujah! So by the time we're ready to move, this house is paid for. Look at God. Glory be to God. Woo, child. Woo, child. I said, Mike, you are still paying off this house. He said, we are. I said, yeah. This mortgage is almost up. So when we're ready to move, y'all, this house is going to be paid for. And we'll be able to sell this house and take all the money and put it on the other house. Of course, we're going to make sure we find the dream house first. We're not about to give up no good real estate in Newark, because Newark is booming. You can't find no houses. Okay, those investors are coming in, buying up, knocking on our door, leaving us notes, calling. Do you want to sell your house? No, we don't want to sell. Okay, no, we don't want to sell. Go over that way. Okay. So God be the glory. So Dominique, you need to work it out, girl. You need to find out how much money you got to save up. If Max says, I'm thinking about it, I don't know where I want to live with, I'm trying to figure it out, but I have $20,000-$30,000 saved up to buy a house, Dominique, I think you should work it out. You should work it out. And we see Pastor Cal talks to Dominique and Mac, and he's saying, Dominique, tell me your side. And then that's where it cuts off. That's where she's going to say, he's not financially stable, blah, blah, blah. But I think he needs to tell her about the money, how much money he got saved up. See, this is how you know if he was really planning, ladies, okay? You can't tell me you want to be a husband and you want to get married and you don't have a plan, okay? My husband had a townhouse. I said, listen, I don't live in no townhouse. I'm sorry. Of course, I said it real nice. Oh, I don't like the townhouses. It's like an apartment building. And I've, lived in an apartment building since me and Lexi's been on our own. And, my father always had us in a home and we can see all four sides. And I want to live in a home. I don't want my house to be connected to any other homes. And I want to be able to open my windows and look out all four sides of my home. And he was like, okay, find it and I'll buy it. So I didn't want to be in a townhouse. As a single man, I think a townhouse is good for him. But for a family, I just don't think. You got kids, they're riding bikes and stuff like that. You got people on top, people below you, and people beside. To me, that's an apartment. All right. I'm going to be trying to watch live tonight. Are you going to be watching live? I want to remind you, my husband's profile is going well. If you have not left me a glowing 5-star review on Amazon on any of my books, please be sure to run over and leave me a glowing and honest review. Thank you so much. I have some free ebooks here. If you didn't get it, drop me a message and I'll make sure you get it. Dating is for Data is coming very soon. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.